Let's bring in our friend Stephen Kent from Young Voices. He's sort of our resident entertainment guru when it comes to the confluence of politics and entertainment, everything like that. Good to see you again, my friend.
And to you, Jim.
Okay, so let's first talk about the hosting situation. Once again, no host in the Oscars this year. It's going to be by committee. The various people come up, they present their award, that's it. How did you think it went last year, and do you think that changed the tone of the show at all last year?
It made it more boring, I mean, that's for certain. The host is part of the joy of these programs, and the Oscars, like most of these Hollywood programs, are sort of always in a subject of hand-wringing and just sort of fear about their own shadow, about who they are, what Hollywood is all about, and they try to make everybody happy. And we talked about this last year. They end up making nobody happy. So yeah, we're not going to have a host this year, and it's kind of disappointing.
So again, you know, we always talk about the celebrities, and you know, I mean, I think it's common. They have a platform. They get to give a speech. Sometimes it turns a little political. Sometimes it's a little more personal. You know, as we look at the movie crop this year, does the political angle at all align itself with the crop of movies that are contending this year? Do we think that there's going to be some sort of connection between the two, or is it just really how the stars interpret their own speech?
Yeah, so this year has a little bit of a political theme in that two of the top three contenders for Best Picture are very, very politically charged and sort of steeped in the topic of income inequality and class struggle. That being Joker and the movie Parasite, a South Korean film on class. It's sort of a little bit of a horror film mixed with a dark comedy. It is the best movie of the entire field, in my humble opinion.
But I don't want to read subtitles, Stephen. Come on
Oh,
now.
the world will be so open to you if you can just do it. I have subtitles no matter what I'm watching, just because you understand everything better. But look, I mean, this movie, particularly Parasite, was a masterpiece, perfectly done, amazing camera work, really funny, and the message is incredibly strong, and I think works for the Oscars and the Academy. What it does not have is English. And there has never been a foreign language film that has won Best Picture or any of these major categories outside of Best Foreign Picture. So this is sort of one of the big problems that the Oscars is running into this year. The world is getting smaller. The Academy is getting more international every year. And they're very, very North America-centric when they think about what qualifies as a Best Picture. And that's not going to work.
I want to go back to Joker for a moment, because before the release, there was all the talk about people thought it glorified certain behavior, that Hollywood was glorifying people who are loners and who may be that lone wolf, so to speak. I thought that was a bit overplayed. I thought it was a fantastic movie. Is it a Best Picture? I don't know. But what about that takeaway? Just all of the buzz early on, not so much about his performance, but about the context of his performance.
Well, I think you got to decide whether or not Hollywood is something that moves the culture, or if it's something that holds up a mirror for us to look at ourselves. And I think what made people so uncomfortable about this movie was that it was holding up a very ugly mirror to the country that it is produced in, and the things that we're going through right now with alienated white men, males, and mass violence, and just sort of just really antisocial characters leading social movements. This movie had it all, and the movie at its core was also about income inequality and class struggle, and it sort of got wrapped up in a lot of other meta-narratives that I don't think were really fair for the Joker to be saddled with. What I think is interesting about this movie, and why I think it could and should be a contender for Best Picture, is that we're 10 years out from The Dark Knight smashing what Hollywood really thought a comic book movie could be about. You remember the Christopher Nolan Batman movie completely changed the genre. 10 years later, it's taken very seriously. It's not a joke anymore. And The Joker could be the second movie to make take home, you know, these big awards for a comic book character. And Joaquin Phoenix could be the second actor to take home a Best Actor Oscar for the role of the Joker. It's becoming an iconic role.
I'm just about out of time here, Stephen, because we got to roll. But I will tell you this. My favorite movie this year, I really enjoyed 1917. It has nothing to do with the context of this show or anything about politics. I just love the movie. I thought it was great. The camera work was fantastic.
Yeah, they call it the ultimate dad movie. You know, like you take your dad to that movie.
You're the father here. I am not a dad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jim, but it is. You know, it's just like it's such a pleaser, I think, for you to take your family to. It's a great war flick. I think a lot of people enjoyed it.
Stephen Kent from Young Voices. Always good to see you, my friend.
Thanks, Jim.
Back after this in the Final Five.